Welcome back. Now for your 5-day weather forecast, we go outside to Kathleen Finley.
I hope you guys are warm and cozy in the studio because it is wet and damp out here. We don't have that much to complain about here in the GTA though. Students at the Orangeville campus woke up under 5 centimeters of snow. Here's a look at your 5-day weather forecast. Today it should be a nice day with a high of 3 and a low of -1. Tomorrow much of the same with cloudy periods and a high of 5 and a low of -1. Friday we're going to be hit with some flurries and a high of 3 and a low of -1. Saturday should be a great day, very sunny, high of 6 and a low of -3. Sunday, the rain is going to return, but it should be a little bit warmer, high of 7, low of -2. That's it from me in the Arboretum. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Kathleen. Well, you can expect to see far fewer push brooms, handlebars, Van Dykes, and Fu Manchus tomorrow. Today is the last day of Movember, a month-long cancer fundraiser that sees men choose to throw down their razors for 30 days. Humber News reporter Aaron Best has a story.
Many men are looking forward to shaving off their itchy mustaches tomorrow. Today marks the end of November and also the end of the Movember fundraiser. Movember is when men start the month clean-shaven and grow a mustache until the 30th. Male participants who call themselves Mobros register at Movember.com to raise funds with their grown-out facial hair. Supportive women, known as Mo Sistas, also participate by helping them with their sponsorships and organizing events. Movember National Director Peter Bambachi says the Movember sponsorship is important.
Movember is important because as well as raising funds, the mustache, or what we call our hairy ribbon, is critical to creating the conversations that get men to talk about their health and eventually get them to go to the doctor to get themselves checked.
While Movember Canada had some great fundraising across the nation this year, here at Humber, growing it out for the month seemed to be a bit of a fun fad.
I have facial hair all the time, so it was like, oh, you can grow a mustache. Yeah, you have one now. So nobody really took me seriously on that. So I don't know if I'll do it next year. Next year I'll probably just keep the goatee and mustache from usual.
Well, I thought it was pretty funny to have a mustache all the time. I didn't raise any money, but it was fun to do it with my buddies, I guess.
Movember might be over, but we're looking forward to December. For Humber News, I'm Aaron Best.
Britain has shut down the Iranian embassy in London. The move is in retaliation for the storming of the British embassy in Tehran by angry demonstrators on Tuesday. Foreign Secretary William Hague says Britain's embassy has now been closed and its staff evacuated. The incident came after Britain imposed sanctions on the Iranian government.
Members of 30 public sector unions across the United Kingdom are on strike in an effort to protect their pensions. Prime Minister David Cameron plans to cut pensions in an effort to reduce the UK's massive debt. Over 75% of UK schools are closed today and estimates 2 million protesters are marching. The nationwide walkout could be the biggest walkout in a generation.
Early results reveal Egypt is heading towards an Islamist government. Results for the first 9 of Egypt's provinces have the Muslim Brotherhood's Freedom and Justice Party in the lead. The Brotherhood had the biggest share of votes in the country's largest cities, Cairo and Alexandria. They are trailed by the ultra-conservative Salafist Noor Party and the secular Free Egyptians Party. The parliamentary elections are being carried out in stages, with 9 more provinces voting on December 14th.
Tough sanctions have brought trading between Turkey and Syria to a standstill. The regime of Syrian President Bashar Assad has been condemned for murdering about 4,000 civilians during an 8-month uprising. Turkey has placed economic sanctions on Syria that will freeze government assets, suspend ties with the nation's central bank, and ban all military sales. The two countries did $2.4 billion in trade last year.
Now here's why you should always put your money in the bank. An Illinois man says he accidentally donated a suit to Goodwill that was stuffed with $13,000 in cash. The 80-year-old is appealing for its return so he can pay for his wife's cancer treatment. He says he put the money in the suit because he doesn't trust banks. A Goodwill spokesperson says the search is on for the missing money.
And now with your sports, here's Reem Jazar.
Hello, here's a look at what's happening in the world of sports. There were a lot of games in the NHL last night. Ottawa and Winnipeg were among the Canadian teams squaring off. The Senators beat the Jets 6-4 in Winnipeg. It was a close game with the Jets turning a 3-2 Ottawa lead in the third period to a 4-3 advantage, but Ottawa prevailed, scoring 2 goals within 30 seconds of each other late in the third. The Jets will play their next 13 out of 15 games on home ice. The Nashville Predators shut out the Flames last night in Calgary. Derek Smith scored the only goal of the night with about 1 minute left in the first period. It was a 4-1 win for the Canucks, who defeated the Columbus Blue Jackets in Vancouver. Goalie Corey Schneider was exceptional, making 47 saves. This makes 5 straight wins for the Canucks. In other NHL news, Phil Kessel is leading All-Star voting. The Maple Leafs forward has over 250,000 fan votes. He leads the league with 16 goals and 31 points this season. Fan balloting wraps up January 4th, and the All-Star game will take place in Ottawa on January 29th. Christmas came early for NBA fans this year with news that the lockout will end. League spokesman Tim Frank announced the doors to NBA arenas will open tomorrow for the first time since the lockout began on July 1st. Training camps will won't open until December 9th. The regular season is set to begin Christmas Day, and many fans are anticipating a Miami-Dallas rematch. That's your sports update. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Reem. After the break, we'll get the latest entertainment from Hannah Vanderkoy.
The Great One's daughter has signed off Twitter, Amy Winehouse raises money from the grave, and a Kardashian is pregnant. All that and more coming up on your entertainment update.